Salutations, my name is Drunker, and this is going to be a bit of a different video today because I recently bought an album from one of my favorite groups that I have been standing since 2019 with Pity. Unfortunately, I didn't get to buy any albums until 2024. I actually bought another album back in 2020, but it never came, and I was really bummed out by it. So yeah. So if the audio is terrible, I'm so sorry. This is my first time doing this, so this might not be the best recording for this unboxing. Okay. Second thing, it's Valentine's Day today, and you can say that this is my gift for Valentine's Day, and we would love to thank our supporter, aka our I don't know how you call it, but we would like to thank Burning Spice Cookie for supporting us in our journey. He was released last year in November, and I really didn't get to play it. But yes, we would love him. He's my man. He's my date for Valentine's Day. We would like to thank him for his support. So, shout out to Burning Spice Cookie, man. Oh, don't worry, I have date pictures. Okay, I'll send them over to Blue Sky if I ever post them. But anyway, oh sorry, I'm messing up. We are going to unbox the Nightmare album, which is their debut single, Dreamcatcher's Nightmare album. Yay! So this featured the comeback. No, it's not comeback. The debut, Chase Me, and this era was very shocking to a lot of people back then because this is, I think, probably the time when they popularized the horror concept. I know there was another group back in 2016. I forgot their name, but they did popularize it. They were also the only group to have a successful re-debut. I don't think I can think of any other, but yes. So, a little bit of a background of who Dreamcatcher are. So, the Dreamcatcher is a 7-member group that debuted on January 13, 2017. I'm saying this by heart, by the way. It consists of 7 members named Jiu, or Kim Minji, Sua, Kim Bora, Xion, Lee Xion, Handong. Note that Handong is the Chinese member, and I think the only foreign member in the group. Hyun, I think it's Kim Hyun, yeah. And then Dami, Lee Dami, and Ga Yun. To preface a bit of Ga Yun, before 2024, her spelling used to be Gahyeon, but now it is Gahyun. That's actually her real name. They only did the Gahyun so that Hyun and Gahyun are, they can work well together, but nowadays it's different. I'm not sure if it's actually incorporated in this album though. I think not. It's just a reprint. So anyway, so they debut with their debut single album called Chase Me, and then Good Night, and with the Nightmare series. This is the first part of the Nightmare series. There's 6 parts, actually 7 with Beginning of the End. And recently they had a comeback with Virtuous, with the title Justice. So if you want me to unbox any of that or have more Dreamcatcher content, please tell me in the comments below because I'm struggling to find content to make. So yeah. So I think last November or last October or somewhere, they announced that they'll be reprinting their old albums. So this is there's also another album which is called Fall Asleep in the Mirror. I will buy it soon, actually. It's the one that has more copies because the Nightmare album was selling out really fast. So I managed to get one through a shop. And yeah, I'm actually excited to open this. So, to note first, so you're wondering what this is. So this is actually a keychain that you can get if you manage to get an album, like the album early. You get a keychain. It comes with 3 different colors, but this basically was supposed to be it was supposed to. It's like a piece of the fabric from, like, you know, from their previous era. So from the, I think, I'm not sure, but yeah, this is, I got the black version. There was another version with oh, is this cracked? Oh no, I think this is just fiber. It's just fibers inside. But yeah, this is the outfit they have owned. I really wish they kept the outfit like as a memoir or whatever you call that. But I guess they turned it to this one now. So yeah, it's kind of sad, honestly. The stickers are just freebies from the shop that I got. So yeah. Oh, I'm literally standing over this. I really want to sit down. So now we're going to be unboxing the Nightmare album. And I'm hoping I can get a comfortable position. Hold on. Oh, let me shut this one. I don't want to waste battery. Okay. So this is the cover. Oh goodness, y'all. This is really difficult. Okay. So this is the cover. It is supposed to be a Dreamcatcher. However, they discontinued this in 2022, I think. Yeah, with their 2021 with their comeback because of the controversies with the use of the Dreamcatcher symbol and the spider. If you watched the Dreamcatcher's MV, the Nightmare Story had a story about a spider, and the spider was painted as a dangerous, creature. But in Native American culture, correct me if I'm wrong, but the spider is supposed to be some sort of a guardian. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. So, because I would have had research, but during the video, but I am literally like recording. I'll clarify maybe in the comment section. But yeah, so this is the Dreamcatcher. This is the bottom. It has Dreamcatcher on it. This is the side. Oh my goodness! I'm scared. So yeah. So the old one has another labeler. This is the 2024 version. It's not the same as this one. It has Windmill, I think. It has a Windmill company before in the 2017 version, but now it just has Genie Music. This is the side. This is the back version. So yes, this is a single album. So it only has 2 songs and 2 instrumentals. So it has Chase Me and Emotion, one of my favorite tracks, by the way. So yeah, you can see that this is credited under 2024 Dreamcatcher Company, distributed by Genie Music. Before, I think it used to be Mirrorball. Yeah, Mirrorball used to be the old distributor. So yeah. So anyway, this is the album. I actually like the packaging, honestly. It's very ahead of its time, if I would say. I actually prefer their old one compared to their new one. But yeah. Okay. So let's unbox it. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my goodness. This is the inside, by the way. I think this is cardboard. Yeah, it's cardboard. I hope there's no tape. Goodness me, that'll ruin everything. But yes, this one has the CD, the photo book, and the photo card. I think you can get 1 out of 7 for this one. Ooh! Please don't mess up. So this is the CD. Yeah, the CD. It's the shape of a Dreamcatcher. Oh, it's not like the old ones. Okay. I actually like these more, although it doesn't protect the CD well. But yeah, this is the CD. I'm sorry if I can't make this clear. But yeah, it has a new font compared to before. Will I play this? I don't know. I don't have a... Now the thing is, I don't normally buy oh no. I don't normally buy single albums because I feel like it's a waste of material if it's just for a single album. But it's Dreamcatcher, so I have to buy it. Okay, So here is the unboxing for the photo book. Looks nice. I actually had to record this at night because the I did not like the daytime shade. It interrupts it a lot. So I just used my ring light and the night sky to check it out. And anyway, it fills up the vibe, you know. But yeah, so this is the photo book. So this is here. Okay. So I've actually been a Dreamcatcher fan. I don't know if I mentioned this in the other recording, but I was a Dreamcatcher fan since 2019. And so this is the card that I got. I think I may have shown it. This is Gayun. They actually changed her name in this one. Yeah, dang, they had these saved. Anyway, so let's check the color. Oh goodness, I don't think I. Okay. Debut single, Nightmare. So, guess I'll give a little commentary on Dreamcatcher, since this is Dreamcatcher related, and I guess something's K-pop related. But I started standing Dreamcatcher in 2019 because it was actually through a groups that have this band channel, and Minx. So I actually discovered them through Minx, Love's Chic. So then I was like, okay, oh, like, you know, like Minx was there, and then people were like, Dreamcatcher was this Minx re-debuted to Dreamcatcher, and I was like, really? The concept of re-debuting was a thing? So yeah. So then, cause like I was like, cause of course in 2019 I was in my horror phase, cause like, I mean, 2018 had the rise of Doki Doki Literature Club, and then like other stuff came along with it. I don't remember what happened in 2019. All I know is that was like my K-pop phase, but I also had a horror phase as well. So yeah, got that go. Oh sorry, I'm shaking it. But yeah, this is GU. But so this was during period era. However, I didn't stand them until Deja Vu, and I would have Deja Vu would have been nice. Actually, a lot of people were saying that, you know, Deja Vu era was supposed to be their win. I mean, I also believed that, but then I was like, you know what? The show is always gonna be favored, so it doesn't really matter, honestly. They just need to have more prominence, you know, so that it can be set still, if you know what I mean. So yeah, they got their first win 2022, I think, yeah, 2022 with their Comeback Mason. I don't have the album for that, but yeah, I was there. I was there to witness the whole thing, and it was actually very exciting, you know, for them, because it's been so long, and they're a rock group, and we don't see a lot of rock groups with a horror concept. I was pretty thrilled with this concept, and I was hoping that they would at least continue it. They did continue it during Because era. That was honestly one of my favorite eras. However, I think it didn't really last long. I think, I'm not sure, but the era didn't really last long. That's generally how Dreamcatcher airs. They only last for like 2 weeks, and then after that they completely forget about the era. I wish they did more time to give like justice to the era. Get it? Because Justice is their title track, and they need justice for the other tracks. You know what I mean. But yeah. My favorite song from Dreamcatcher is Daydream. Daydream is from the End of Nightmare album. I really like that one, and I really hope I can get the full album of Theory. That's actually how I feel about like these albums, because like when I first like thought of like buying these albums, I was kind of like, it's kind of a waste because it's just a single album and they have all these like cool things there. But you know, like having a track that only has 2 songs that are, you know, sung. I mean, it's nice to have an intro and an instrumental of the album. But for me, I would have preferred something like what they did with The Tree of Language, or like Apocalypse Save Us, even though I didn't really like the tracks for that. But yeah. Oh man, I actually forgot to take our research on the... Did I mention that? Okay, now I'm just confusing myself now. But let's talk about... let's just talk about something else. Okay, so if you're probably like checking out the like pictures and the cards, and you're also wondering what the design for the back cards are, but they actually represent a different nightmare. Now, mind you, these nightmare, oh goodness, the nightmare era, actually they don't use this concept anymore, but for Gaiun, you can see that there's a girl and then like a little stick there, like and then like falling, yes, right over here. Basically, they represent different nightmares. Each member represents different nightmares. Let me remember. Jiu was being stalked or being being stalked or being chased around. Sua was being restrained. Then Shion was being hold on, it's here. Wait, oh, being trapped, being enclosed, or tight spaces. Handong is, as you can see, this is their card. Being watched. This is for Shion. Yeah, you can see that that there's a figure there. She's trapped. The small figure, this is her being restrained. And Jiu, this is one being stalked. Yeah, but yeah, for Handong, it's being watched. So yeah, my bias is Handong, but my other bias is Shion. So yeah, but you can't really. It's kind of, but I wouldn't say it's like a big difference. They're all quite close. Hyun is being lost. You can see that this is a forest. So yeah, it's being lost. So you know, pretty. I hope you can see that, but yeah, I think that's just how it is, man. Yeah, and then Dami is being cut, I think, being injured or being cut. I'm actually glad they didn't try to empathize the whole cut thing, but yes, it is being cut. You can see that there's a knife over here. They just add stars, you know, to represent those injuries instead, thankfully. But yeah, because that would be a whole trigger warning on its own. But yeah, okay, this is Dami. And Dami is liked a lot in this community. And this is Gaian, which is the fear of falling. So yeah, so you can see the hole and then this figure falling. The girl, I think, is supposed to be the nightmare in if you watch the UNI video, I think that's the girl that they're talking about. Yeah, you can also see that the poses also have a, you know, so yeah, she's on top here. So of course, if you slip, you fall. So yeah. And they also changed it so that it's Gahyun, not Gahyun. So yeah, the Gahyun card is gonna be really rare, but I'm not. I mean, I know I said I want to collect, but like it's quite impossible to collect these because I don't know. Photo cards are just act weirdly. Okay. As you can see, this is the very famous the very famous photo book. You know, it's like I think this was, you know, during their debut teasers. I remember they had their debut teasers are so strange. I checked it on Instagram. They had like a whole. It was like their concept was kept changing. They were like a cool punk group at one teaser, and then they were like a whole like elegant, and now they have a spooky concept. Okay, so yeah, here is the intro. You can also see yeah, you can see the composers. Don't worry, the effects is part of the page. Yeah, so if you don't know who Superbomb is the old group, the old production group by Liz, I think, and Olander, before they became separate. But yeah, it was like Liz, Olander, and then a few other band members. But then they kind of separated, except for Liz and Olander, during the Fly High era. Please correct me if I'm wrong. However, Liz left during Bon Voyage era. So yeah, and it was actually quite impactful during that time, because he was a prominent producer, and there's also some demos he has in his SoundCloud of the other Dreamcatcher songs. I think there's one for I know there's one for Mayday and one for Deja Vu. But yeah, you can check out the demos in his SoundCloud. Or actually, he has a YouTube. I think just check official Liz and you can find it. Or Les, I don't know. But yeah, Chase Me is the debut song. It's written in Korean, obviously. So yeah. They actually didn't start writing songs until at the end of Nightmare, which was Daydream, I think. That was the first song. I don't know. I know that Dear was written by GU. So yeah, but I'm not sure if they started writing during. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm getting my facts mixed up. Okay, I haven't been in this fandom for a while, until recently when they restocked the albums. Cause I took a break from them. So this is Emotion. This is the first B-side that they had. Actually, not really. The first B-side was I Just Like You. But yeah, which is a... Oh goodness. But yeah, so Korean, you can search it up. Yeah, and this is the instrumental. And we got the credits. Huh. Yeah, these are the credits. Okay, and it's the end page. So yeah, this is a very interesting development. I will talk more when we get to Fall Asleep in the Mirror. And if you want me to unbox other, if you want me to get the other albums, I know that Virtuous and Villains are still up in the market. So I'll probably, both limited editions, I'll probably still get them. But yeah, if you want me to talk more about Dreamcatcher, then sure. I guess my last Dreamcatcher fact for today is that, okay, let's talk about Somia. You know Somia, right? Insomnia, they are a Dreamcatcher's fan. I think they were introduced during UNI era, or between Fly High and UNI. I remember. That was during their Full Moon, song. So Full Moon was released on the same day as their debut. Yeah. So if you don't know, January 13th is Friday the 13th, and they recently had a special song, which is Reason, which was released in 2023. Yeah. So I was at 2020. Yeah, 2023. I'm forgetting some stuff, but yeah. So originally they were a 5-member group that debuted on 2014 with the single "Why Did You Come to My Home," and Handong and Gayan weren't there. Okay, one thing for sure about that song is that Shion had had a intense high note. That's all I can say. Love Shake, on the other hand, was a bit more, memorable, but this song was not originally them. It was originally a song by Dalshabet, and if you were Darling, you would know that there are some darlings who stand Minx, because they had the similar concept with Dalsha Bet. But this was also during the time when Dalsha Bet was debuting with BBB. And if you don't know BBB, it's the best song there. And if you... Yeah, they switched their concept to a more mature one. I remember in some of the videos, they were actually wanting to lean more into a mature concept. And honestly, I mean, at least I'm not sure. But yeah, that's all I remember. So then they gave Love Shake, at least to popularize the song. So yeah. So back to the insomnia thing. So if you a little fact though, but during I think Mama voting, that I think this is around 2021. I remember it's during the time when Brave Girls was popular. Sorry, but there was a slight controversy of Insomnia's cheating with if I can remember, but it was with it was with Insomnia, Orbits, Orbits, aka Luna stands, Dives, which were Ive stands. Was it Ive? No, wait, was it 2022? Wait, no. It was 2022 or something. That was when Love Dive and Afterlife was released. Or is that wrong? Well, basically when I've come back with Afterlife. But yeah, Dreamcatcher stands, Luna stands, Ive stands, Kepler stands, which are Kepling, and Brave Girl stands, aka Fearless. They were accused of voting fraud, which actually ended up to be true. So a lot of their points were deducted. I think only Ive and Dreamcatcher managed to at least make it into the list. Ive was obviously higher because they were a very prominent group, but Dreamcatcher managed to make it there by surprise. So yeah, but yeah, there was a huge scandal that because they were getting very odd, they were getting really high points, and they had to do something about it. So they reduced the points for all those 5 groups because it was because of voting fraud. Because there were people manipulating the votes. Yeah, that was actually a funny experience. And then I remember someone tweeting is oh my goodness, now they're not gonna trust Dreamcatcher in voting again. I mean, I also had that same feeling until he found out that there was never a such thing as a fair voting ever. So yeah. So if you're wondering why I'm not standing any K-pop groups as of the moment, except for Dreamcatcher, let's just say recent stuff has made me strayed away from the fandom. I mean, it's not as bad as 2019, but if you know what I mean, when certain stuff has affected my state to get into K-pop. That's also how I feel about the music industry in general. It's just way too many way too much negativity. So yeah. But anyway, if you want me to talk more about the stuff about Dreamcatcher, let me know, because I'm quite excited to talk about it. But yeah, don't worry. Once I get once I get Fall Asleep in the Mirror, maybe we'll talk more about Dreamcatcher. But anyway, that is it, and I will display this always on my desk, and I will see y'all whenever. Bye bye. Oh, sorry, I hit it. I believe in love that's true.